And here's a detailed explainer of the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 and frequently and most pertinently asked questions with very, very comprehensive answers. So we begin. The first question that comes to your mind is that is NRC a part of a Citizenship Amendment Act? The answer is no. CAA is a separate law and NRC is a very, very separate process. The CAA has come into force nationwide after its passage from Parliament, while the NRC rules and procedures for the country are yet to be decided. The NRC process that is going on in Assam has been implemented by the Honorable Supreme Court and has also been mandated by the Assam Accord. Well, let's move on to the frequently asked question number 2. Do Indian Muslims need to worry about CAA, that is the Citizenship Amendment Act, or NRC for that matter? The answer to this is there is absolutely no need for any Indian citizen of any religion to worry about Citizenship Amendment Act or NRC as well. Moving on, the question is that will NRC be for people of a particular religion? The answer to this is again no. NRC has nothing to do with any religion at all. NRC is for every citizen of India. In fact, it is the citizen register in which names of every Indian will be recorded. The next question is that will people be excluded in NRC on religious grounds or not? The answer to this again is no. NRC is not about any religion at all. Whenever NRC will be implemented, it will neither be applied on the basis of religion nor can it be implemented on the basis of religion. No one can be excluded just on the basis of that he follows a particular religion. The other question is that by conducting NRC, will we be asked to present proofs of us being Indian? Well, let's explain it this way. First of all, it is important to know that at the national level, no announcement so far has been made to begin the NRC process. And if at all it is implemented, it does not mean that anyone will be asked for proof of being an Indian. Now, NRC, let's understand, is merely a normal process to register your names in the citizens register. Like just we present our identity cards or any other document for registering our names in the voter list or getting Aadhaar card made, similar documents shall need to be provided for NRC as and when it is required or carried out. Also, the other frequently asked question is that how is citizenship decided and will it be in the hands of the government? So let's explain this answer this way. Citizenship of any person is decided on the basis of the Citizenship Rules 2009, and these rules are based on the Citizenship Act of 1955. Now, this rule is publicly in front of everyone. It is in a public domain. These are 5 ways for any person to become a citizen of India. And what are those 5 ways? Citizenship by birth, citizenship by descent, citizenship by registration, citizenship by naturalization, and citizenship by incorporation. Let's move on to the next question. The question we ask normally, will I have to provide details of birth of my parents, etc., to prove my Indian citizenship? The answer to this is it would be sufficient for you to provide the details of your birth, such as date of birth, month of birth, year of birth, and place of birth. And if you do not have the details of your birth, then you will have to provide the same details about your parents. But there is absolutely no compulsion to submit any document by the parents. Citizenship can be proved by submitting any documents related to date of birth and place of birth. However, a decision is yet to be taken on such acceptable documents. Now, this is likely to include your voter cards, passports, Aadhaar card, license, insurance papers, birth certificates, school leaving certificates, documents relating to land or home, or other similar documents issued by government officials. The list is likely to include more documents so that no Indian citizen has to suffer unnecessarily. So the whole process has been simplified. Now let's move on to the other question. The question is that do I have to prove ancestry dating back before 1971? The answer to this is no. For pre-1971 genealogy, you do not have to submit any type of identity card or any documents like birth certificates of your parents or ancestors. It was valid only for the Assam NRC, which was based on the Assam Accord and the directive of the Honorable Supreme Court. And most importantly, for the rest of the country, the NRC process is completely different and under the Citizenship Registration of Citizens and Issue of National Identity Cards Rules 2003. And the next question that comes to our mind is that if it is so easy to prove identity, then how come 19 lakh people living in Assam were affected due to NRC? The answer to this can be explained in this way. Infiltration, remember, is an old problem in Assam. Now, to curb infiltration, there was a movement, and in 1985, the then Rajiv Gandhi government, to identify the intruders, had to enter into an agreement to prepare NRC, assuming the cutoff date of 25th March 1971. And finally, the next question. During NRC, will we be asked to present old documents which are difficult to collect? The answer to this is that there is nothing like that. Common documents will only be required to prove identity. When the NRC or whenever the NRC is announced at the national level, then rules and instructions will be made for it in such a way that no one will face any problem, any trouble. The government has no intention of harassing its citizens or putting them in trouble. The other frequently asked question is that what if a person is illiterate and does not have relevant documents, specific relevant documents? The answer in this case is that the authorities will allow that person to bring a witness. Also, other evidence and community verification, etc. will also be allowed. A proper procedure in this case will be followed, but no Indian citizen will be put in undue, unnecessary trouble. Now, the other question that comes to our mind is that there are a large number of people in India who do not have homes, who are poor and are not educated. They do not even have any basis of identity. What happens to such people? Well, this is not entirely correct. Such people vote on some basis and they also get the benefits of the welfare schemes of the government. So their identity will be established on the basis of that. And finally, the big question, that does NRC exclude anyone for being transgender, for being atheist, for being Adivasis or Dalits or women and landless with or without documents? And this is how we explain. The answer is no. NRC, as and when carried out, does not affect, I repeat, it does not affect any of the mentioned above. So these were some of the very, very strong facts associated with the NRC as well as Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. Pure facts.